All right, week 5 is done, and here's the recap. So we have been working on our kickboxing drills like we did in the last couple of weeks, but this time we got to do it a bit more autonomously. So we would get the combination that we were working on, for example, and then we would drill that for a few minutes, and then we get the next drill very quickly, and then we go again. The only time we really stopped was the fact when someone had a really good question, or a couple of people, or maybe the class wasn't getting a certain aspect that was very important to the drill, and we kind of talked about it as a class, so then we can go again and drill that. Now also in these classes we worked on our takedowns, specifically our double legs and also our single legs, which being very, very valuable. Now for jiu-jitsu itself, that has been very, very interesting, because I've been feeling that I'm definitely feeling my improvements through it. And it's not just that when I'm rolling or doing something, like sometimes I'm not getting something, but then I do and it feels fantastic. Or when I roll, even if I lose or fail or get submitted, or some things don't work out, I still feel fantastic afterwards, because I feel like I worked and I did do better than last time, or I was able to do one concept better than I did last time. Maybe I recognized a potential situation that I could work on and take advantage of. Now, so that's the other thing as well, is that I'm recognizing these things, but also taking action to do them. So it's like there is still sometimes annoying doing that. Like for a couple of times I was in side control and I wanted to do a Kimura, and I was like, I'm not able to get the hand properly, I'm not able to fight it, it just didn't work out. I couldn't go into mount for side control, for example. But sometimes I would do something like, I'm gonna do this, and boom, I would do it, and it worked out far better. For CrossFit, what we did was we did more weight exercises. So on the Tuesday we did more bench presses, and on the Thursday we did more deadlifts. Now, I never actually lifted weights in my life. I come from a traditional martial arts background, so that has been new to me. Now, it was very interesting to see, and when I did bench press, afterwards I get this really good sensation from my chest and arms, and it made me realize why some guys just only do chest and arms, because it does feel good and it's a different kind of burn. The other thing when we did our deadlifts was very beneficial for my hamstrings, because I mentioned a couple of videos ago that my hamstrings been causing issues for me. Like if I sit too long, I'll get these pains, and I still get them occasionally, but not as often. But also aesthetically, my legs look better, and also when I'm doing certain movements like squats and stuff like that, I feel better moving through them, which has been fantastic. Now during the week, there was 2 big events that kind of humbled me, and they broke me down so then I could build myself back up again. And that's the biggest lesson for this week, is sometimes you need to break yourself down to actually then build yourself up. First situation happened on Friday. I'm going for a takedown, I do it, I kind of move in a funny way, the guy falls in a funny way, and I land on his knee with my groin. So I basically knocked myself out, which wasn't smart. It was not the best thing I've ever done in my life. And biggest lessons I learned from that is, number 1, wear a cup. If you have one, use it. And I actually did have one, I just couldn't find it at that moment. The number 2 was the fact that I was in a lot of pain for obvious reasons, but then it made me question, okay, am I dealing with pain the best way I can? Because I'm gonna be fighting, will get punched, kicked, maybe taken down. It's not gonna be pretty. Like, I don't want it to be easy. I want to have a good challenge as well. So there's certain things that are going to happen that we need to work with, and that's fine. But the fact that I wasn't dealing with pain the way that I thought I'm going to deal with, so because of that, it questioned me that, okay, can I do more? Can I condition myself more up for that, but also prepare myself mentally to getting hit? But not just get hit, but when I get hit, I'll move forwards and not fall backwards. And that's probably the biggest challenge, and the biggest thing I'm going to be focusing on for the next 18 weeks is actually building that conditioning up, so I have to take hit better and actually go forwards and deal with whatever comes at me. Now the second thing was more of a big thing when it came to work, because as I mentioned in the last video, I now got a full-time job besides my side business and also Winter Warrior, and that has been like an accelerated learning curve. Now I'm very analytical, I like to know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and all that stuff. But when I'm learning something completely new, completely from scratch, everything is completely brand new. It was like a dog given a fully floated up basketball, and I had to chew through it and bite into it, and I just couldn't. And I just felt spinning, and I just felt too confused to be able to do something like that. So that's one part of it, of the story. But ultimately what happened is that I did a mistake, that I needed to have an office let's talk about this more kind of chat, which wasn't necessarily the most pleasant thing that happened, but it was necessary for that sense, because as I mentioned, I felt lost because I wasn't actually getting a handle of everything. I wasn't hitting my learning strategies the best, but also the fact that I felt fatigued both mentally and emotionally, due to the fact that mentally I'm learning so much new stuff and I'm not able to take in, I'm not able to prioritize the best way I can, the way I like to do, have it in my head, but also the fact that physically, again, I'm just pushing myself, not just in the workout sense, but also when it comes to going back to work, working on that, having a different sleeping schedule and all that stuff, and my body's getting used to that. So physically that's been throwing me off. So kind of a couple of things kind of happened laid up, and then I did that mistake that I needed to have a chat about. And ultimately when we were having that chat, I had to kind of explain it and talk about it, and my boss was super fair, all credits to him. It was the fact that it kind of was that boiling point when we had that chat. Like I feel like something cracked inside of me and all this emotion was just coming out and I couldn't control it, and I wanted to close it back in. But here was the thing that I realized: by Sunday I felt much better, because during that time I held myself together. At night I talked to my mentor, he kind of helped me deconstruct everything and kind of have a different view on things. And then on Sunday I felt better because I wasn't trying to close that gap anymore. I just filled it up and embraced this newer, bigger me. Because that's the thing with growth. Sometimes when you grow, certain things are going to crack, certain things are going to fall out, or you lose something, then that's fine. When you grow, you just have to then just make yourself stronger and then just go again from there. And that has been the biggest lesson for this week. Sometimes you got to break down the old to create and build something new. So that has been awesome. So I hope you enjoyed your week. Have an incredible rest of your weeks. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. Maybe comment below any challenge that you overcame, to kind of give other people the opportunity to learn from not just your mistakes but your lessons as well. Because having that story that someone's going through what they are going through is so powerful, and you never know what people are looking for. Your story might be something that helps change their life forever. So enjoy your week. I'll see you in the next video.